You know, Rest and Cheese used to be a project where I just eat and review cheeseburgers, but without the time, money, and digestional integrity, I just don't update this that often, so I started latching on to music. I don't know why Rest and Cheese and going from burgers to music, how that makes any sense, but I decided to go to a band practice and interview the band and throw it under the Rest and Cheese label. I don't know why, but I don't need to justify anything to you. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, Couple Skate wasn't available, so I interviewed A La Carte. Now, I've been riding their dick pretty hard for years, but, I'm friends with the band, and also they're food-themed, so I figured food-themed metal, food-themed show, good enough for me. Now, what I didn't know was interviewing these guys was gonna be chaos.
Gonna put big sriracha in the shop?
I would. You should.
Let's decorate this background a little bit, Put me here. Where the fuck am I going?
You're sat here keeping like cords.
No, I'm about to eat that bitch.
Just suck as musicians.
Like that was gonna stop your ass later.
It was.
I knew it was. You ain't gonna take the time to heat that bitch up.
Mayo. That ain't mayo.
No, it's not mayo. Ketchup, mustard.
Okay.
Ketchup, mustard, onion.
Don't call that shit mayo.
Extra pickle, bitch.
Don't be calling that shit mayo. Extra pickle. I didn't realize they had their own special mustard that they fucking sourced from somebody.
It's Heinz.
No, it's not.
It says it right on their fucking jugs. I've read it.
They just posted.
It's the same mustard my grandpappy ate. That's when you know you're getting old. The concerts you go to are sponsored by AARP.
Yeah, I'm into some weird shit lately. I'm not happy about it.
Fuck that song, you asshole. Bass.
He's gonna have a fucking heart attack.
Oh, I love your style. Do this shit, motherfucker. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
No, but let's see what happens.
So in between clips of them practicing, enjoy my interview with the band about their origins, how they got started, their early influences, and how they see their old material compared to their new material.
Be 11 years old. It'd be 1994. Picking up my first guitar playing fucking 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins and fucking Come As You Are with fucking Nirvana. Shit like that. Wow. Grunge music. If you're gonna pick up a guitar, what I'm saying, you can't beat playing grunge music growing up because it was user friendly. But it's like it makes you feel accomplished because you start playing songs. You're like, oh shit, I can play songs. You know what I mean? It's a big step there. I guess my brother played one first, and I was like, oh shit, yeah.
There you go.
I really
envied
him playing it, and I'm like, shit, yeah, I want to fucking do that too. After growing up a little bit, we played with a couple friends, and then we played with J.R. Bermudez in the church band. So that's where that was my first band that I actually ever played with. But then we would always play like Marilyn Manson and fucking crazy songs after the church let out.
What you weren't supposed to be playing?
Yeah, shit that they did not like us playing. It was great though. Slayer, obviously, it's huge. I wore the shit out of Slayer, listening to Slayer. I learned Mr. Freeze just by listening to it when I was first started playing guitar, and that was when I was trying to pick up stuff by ear.
My brother started playing guitar when we were young. And we lived in apartments, and I always wanted drums just to kind of pair with him. I would just air drum and listen to everything, and I kind of learned how to listen for stuff. And then when I got out on my own, I was 21, and somebody wanted to keep their drum set at my house. That was my first one, and then I bought one shortly after that. And why drums? Like I said, everyone was playing guitar. I wanted to be a drummer. And it felt like it was easier to learn. Guitar, I could learn what the fingers were doing, but you have to know what they mean. You know what I'm saying? You have to know what sound and chord and tone and all that shit means, and that's just theoretical bullshit.
You gotta just know that. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
There's too much. Slayer, Dead Skin Mask, some Pantera, Slaughtered. That was like my first double bass exercise, slaughtered. It's a hard pattern or becoming. Other than that, macabre, always macabre. I love macabre, dude. I still try to play that shit to this day.
Yeah, when I heard like Mary Bell, just like the classical end of it too, it just blends the best of both worlds for me.
Yeah, for sure. I was only ever in one band. It was another band called Infecting the Vein. It was my brother.
It's weird. I don't remember necessarily why, but I do remember asking for a guitar at one point in my life, and then
like Christmassy time or
I don't know. I took band in school. Missed the first day. I wanted to play drums, but there was I came
that's
in the
like
second
most
day.
people. That was my son too.
They had 6 drummers or whatever, and they were like, "Well, we got 1 flute player." So I played the flute for a year, and then somewhere around that time, I went to my parents and was like, "I want a guitar." And then I mean, I'm pretty much just a guitar nerd. That's all I did. I mean, I was in a band probably 10, 15 years ago that played out a little bit. Fifth Horizon, we didn't make it super far. Like Jimmy Page was my hero. I couldn't play any of that stuff back in the day. I know I got big into Rage Against the Machine. That was a lot of my first riffs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Me and my new metal, of course. But yeah, it was just like that drop tune, like System of a Down kind of stuff. And then, I mean, as you get into it, then you discover the Shredders, and then probably my biggest influence and turning point in my guitar playing journey was discovering Buckethead. That was kind of just mind blowing what you can do with the instrument.
Also, Buko Bukai. I went to a Corrupted Condition show. It was the first, probably, we started hanging out then, probably sophomore year, junior year, because half of my grade went to Apollo, and that's where they all met with him.
Well, I didn't go to Apollo, but
that's where they met with his crew, the lighter crew, Ryan Wechter,
Bear,
Stamper.
Yep.
And so that's where we met. I was done playing drums for 4 years. I started at a video game shop. Came over to Mark's house to get fucked up one night. And I was like, "Oh, you got a drum set here." And I think that's how we first started jamming. We just getting all fucked up and just fucking around. And then we formed a medieval band called Goliard. And Mark's like, "I wrote this new song, man. It's kind of tech deathy." And he started playing it. I'm like, "Man, what if we made a whole band just about food and called it A La Carte?" And that was the very first A La Carte song, which was Salted Sewer Sushi.
Yeah. 2017, 2018. Yeah.
No one would been doing food. It just seemed like a cool theme.
Yeah, and we thought, it's the 3 things that bring people together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like movies, music, and food.
I was a sucker for gimmick bands, so I love that idea of it. And A La Carte kind of that way we didn't pigeonhole ourselves to a genre of music too. I had all kinds of weird influences going in. I mean, obviously originally death metal and stuff, but at that point in my life, I mean, it was definitely different.
So basically we have a list of running titles that we have just created over the years. When we was taking car bombs and just
doing the name of the song and then trying to fit that cadence of how you say that name into a chorus and then work it out from there, right? Is that kind of...
Right. But I guess I was even going to go back before that we were just going to be an instrumental band too.
Right.
Prior to that. We weren't even thinking about writing lyrics. Later on it sprouted more into that. Choreography.
It was definitely easier when you took the lead as far as creating the riff to it and then bring that to the table, and then we would riff the song out from
Right.
We hash the song out from one riff. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Just curating like every song by kind of syllables in a title, or just, you know, writing it revolving around that
Right.
that shtick or that
sometimes
earwig
even
that's gonna
the
groove.
ethnicity of the cuisine.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And that could be a very influential in the sound of the song. Is
Bulimic Bao Bouillon is like played with like a Fijian scale. It's like an Egyptian style. Or, you know,
Yeah,
next Pad Thai, it's got the Hirajoshi scale in it, so it's really tied into that. You know, I do a little classical finger picking and fetal fajitas. And that was kind of tied to my love of flamenco music and stuff. I guess when we decided to start writing lyrics to the first album, we actually wrote the first album before the demo. We want to get a bunch of material ready before we release anything, and it was kind of like right when COVID hit. So it was like December 2019, and that whole winter was we knocked out a bunch of songs. Said we wanted a demo and a full length before we even released the first song, kind of thing. So really our demo was like our probably like 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th song we wrote, you know what I'm saying, instead of like the other way around. So it is kind of a different approach in that way. So then we kind of released our demo first, and then just had the other one laying in wait.
What? That lemon-scented toilet wine will show you the face of God.
With the first full length, and we wanted to launch it out there. And before that, Mark was like, "Hey, we should, do some live shows." I've been talking to some people. There's a firehouse, the old firehouse. We should do a live show, and I was like, I don't know, but I mean, eventually we decided to do it live as a 2-piece. That changed the game for me. That's all I fucking like. So. And
then we played the firehouse, and then the place where I work. Another guy, Trashy, who Dan, ran the underground scene in Lima, really, with unbeknownst to all of us for like years. We're
that's how connected we were.
Yeah,
I was. Anyway.
Well, we're 10 years ahead of all them cats, so it's a different generation, a little bit of kids.
When we talked about doing live, we originally I approached an old friend of mine named Dan Generette.
Yeah.
And he was going to do vocals for us, and he was practicing, and he had this great idea. It's like, man, what if I dressed up like a maitre d'? Like, what if I dressed up as a waiter and I had the full tux, and it was just the fucking most awesomest idea I've ever heard. Unfortunately, he decided he couldn't really cut it as far as like singing anymore. I asked him if we could keep that idea. He said we could, and then Aaron approached us and said,
I was going to get to like when I met Dan and we played.
That's
kind of where we all met that night. You know what I mean?
I had been friends with Aaron for even before I was friends with Mark. We grew up and went to school together.
But after I met Trashy, we played at the leather shop. And that was kind of like. And Aaron showed up that night, you know what I'm saying, when we played that night. And so, it's kind of where we started talking from there.
And he's like, hey, man, I can scream, So he jumped on board and we started hammering out live shows from there as many as we could get our hands on. It was always going to be a co-main vocal. I think what I'm saying?
For sure.
I think that's what you had envisioned. I don't think you were ever going to take a full back seat, but just him being able to focus on the instrument and our maitre d' being able to focus on, entertaining the crowd.
Front of house.
Yep. Front of house, exactly. Remember, I gave a lot of people your tabs. You gave other people the tabs to learn bass.
Yeah.
And everyone that was interested was like, hey, I'll play bass for you. Well, here's the tabs, because Mark wrote all the bass on the albums, and that was usually the last we heard of him. So after that,
And I approached when Tyler came on board too. I was like, because I wasn't sure at first, and I was just like, so are you playing bass or are you playing guitar? I think I remember asking you that question.
I don't play bass at all. It was pretty much randomly, I was reached out to by our old vocalist. Like, hey, I see you're not doing anything. We're jamming. I happen to be right around the corner. I live 5 minutes away from here, and I mean, that's that. Yeah.
He just came in and started demanding shit.
And so
I'm here for your
Some
job.
fucking
I ain't
diva. He's like,
No,
hey, look, motherfucker, I'm here to make this pretentious. And that's what I'm here to do.
I love rubbing and touching my meat and all the cracks and crevices.
That's what's up.
they're actively trying to kill Randy.
Playing guitar and singing and then playing bass and singing is a little different. It really is. And it just was like, I want to be able to do it comfortably before I was like, yes, let's move ahead with this idea. And it was just like, it got to a point and it clicked with me. You know, the demo, Super du Jour, all that stuff is like, that was just the two of us. And we were like, the idea, we're like, let's just try to push ourselves to our musical ability at that time. And it was just like, let's see what we can do just to push ourselves as hard as we could, because it was never about the live show off the demo, and like we were never really thinking about live at that point. And then we were like, shit, then we brought Aaron along, and then that's where kind of Born to Entertain gave us a little more area to be creative, because you had that extra person to fill those duties. Playing those first songs live, like you notice what works and what doesn't work without a bass. Because like you go and playing fucking solos and shit without a fucking back person, they sound fucking just wimpy, empty. There's, what I'm saying? There's nothing to it to me. And it just was like, it's cool on album, but man, in the live setting, it doesn't hit for me. You know what I mean? And we were noticing that. And that's kind of where Born to Entertain sounds so different too. Because it was like, oh shit, we need to write something that sounds good with just a guitar. And that's what we noticed, like playing certain songs like we love on the album on Super du Jour, but live they just don't hit with just a guitar. Fetal Fajitas without nothing else behind it is just empty.
So trying to play that live, it wouldn't work as well. Needed that experience in between those two albums.
For sure. And that's kind of why you see the evolution of what it is. I feel like it's what we see in the live show and we're working it out.
Especially all these songs we're writing and then playing them live first. before we go through the
Before we
recording
go to
progress. So
recording,
you're
so
kind of
you
like
tweaking
hammering out all
something,
the
or-
little stupid shit that may be an issue. And well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
growing in the whole recording process has been the hardest thing for me.
Did you ever pop your baloney?
I want to thank A La Carte again for letting me take up their time. If you want to check out more of them and their music, check out their socials listed here. And, buy an album. Go see them live. They throw live shows all the time under Gut Rot Productions. They're touring all over the place, so yeah, check them out when you can. And thanks for watching Rest in Cheese.
Definitely probably try to put Rest in Cheese on a digital copy, or at least put it up low. We can do this as a single.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
You can delete it forever. I don't care. It's fine.
I mean, we
That was a
remastered
magical
it.
moment, bro.
We remastered it.
Garbage.
Damn.
It's a garbage show.
Ah, damn.
It's a good song for a garbage show that I don't even do.
I thought I made it magical. You know what I mean?
And it is what it is.